What's up, you guys? It's Bianca, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be a VSG video. It is going to be about insurance coverage. I know that is a big thing, especially for surgeries. If you can get your insurance to cover a surgery, baby girl, you lit. Because surgery can be very, very expensive, whether it is a minor surgery or major surgery. It is pricey. So yeah, let's talk about it. I also want to say really quick before I start this video that thank you for the people who subscribed to my channel, because after my last VSG video, my subscribers definitely grew. So I'm guessing that is the type of informational videos you guys want to see. It's about VSG, coming from someone who's done it and who's been through the beginning stages of the journey. So yeah, big up yourself. Thank you for everyone who subscribed, and yeah, I hope that my videos you like them, So all right, let's just jump into this because it's very informational and there's a lot to say about it. Boom. Okay, so I'll start it off like this. The start of my VSG journey consisted of me going to my primary care doctor, and I asked him, do you think I could be a candidate for VSG surgery, right? Though I don't have any health conditions which would warrant someone to get a surgery like this done, it'll benefit your health. Well, this surgery does benefit your health whether you have health conditions or not, but I mean pre-diabetic, or if you have diabetes, or if you have high blood pressure, or just something along those lines where it's like you should really get this surgery done. I'm in good health. I got this surgery done because it was hard for me to lose weight after trying for so long. So, I definitely brought up the idea to my doctor and asked him if he thought it would be a good idea for me to do it. He referred me to two surgeons, and that's where you start doing your research. Definitely do not leave your life, your health, your body in someone else's hands that you know nothing about. So that day, I went home, did the research on the first name that was on the paper, and baby girl. He had harassments, charges, and he was the closest one to my house. And I'm like, we're not going to drag nobody, but I'm just like, that's rough. So I went with the second one because when I looked him up, he had great reviews all across the board, all the surgeons that were. I made my appointment to go to the bariatric surgeon's office. Before my appointment date, they sent me over stacks of paper to fill out. From my childhood, my teenage years. Going to my first appointment, I weighed 262 pounds. And that is going to be an interesting story to tell later on, because I did weigh 262 pounds my first time going there, my first appointment. And in my first appointment, they gave me a booklet. And within this booklet was a list of evaluations. And here we are, the subject, the point of the video, right? So I still have my list of evaluations, being that my journey was 6 months long, and it will definitely depend on what you have to do, what your surgery, what your insurance wants you to do, what evaluations they want from you. It depends on the insurance you have. So, and the doctor's office you go to. So, I should have a better copy in here, because I've made copies of my evaluation sheet, but this one is a little tainted. It's a little busted, boo. We ain't gonna watch that. Alright, it's not even important. Right? So, yes, here's my list of evaluations. I'm gonna knock this out and go through it when you get up.
Tons and tons of paperwork. So I got a folder, and I keep all my information here. Along with my folder is my calendar. This is my 2019 calendar, but I did have 2018, when I was going through my journey, and it was full of appointments. That's what your evaluations consist of: appointments that you have to go through so you can get cleared. Right? So yeah.
Appointment book for my clients and my doctor's appointments. You gonna need it. You really gonna need it. Oh, look. Okay. Not even gonna go into it. Yeah. So the evaluations, let's go into it. Okay. First, I'm going to start off, and I'm not even going to front. I kind of need my glasses because it just is what it is. I know the ring light is going to show on them, but it is what it is. All right. First, I'm going to go through the things that are more like a written statement instead of an appointment. So you will need a letter of support from your primary care doctor. Your primary care doctor has to write into the surgeon, whether it be email or, some type of letter. He has to send into, my doctor has to send it to my surgeon saying that he approved me for this and he's on board with this whole surgery. Then there was so the camera cut off, but I basically got testing done 1 week before surgery. That's pretty explanatory, right? You will need to get lab work done. Lab work, it's lab work. You got to go somewhere. I had to go somewhere that was connected to my hospital chain and get my blood drawn, and they sent it over to them, and they needed to see that. With lab work, I'm pretty sure that they're testing out like your hemoglobin. Another evaluation that you're gonna have to get is a psychiatric evaluation, which to me, although it is important to know what's going on the insides, am I really gonna be good for this surgery? This is a really big part because a psychiatric evaluation is gonna be able to help gauge where you at mentally. Like, are you really mentally there? So that will probably be my next VSG video. I feel I should do it since I'm speaking on it now. So my next VSG video will be my psychiatric evaluations and all the things that I was asked, and basically how to pass your psychiatric evaluation. So I went and I saw a psychiatrist, and I had 2 sessions with her for $250. My insurance did not cover a psychiatric evaluation or seeing any type of therapist or anything like that, so I had to pay that out of pocket. That was something that my insurance didn't cover. The psychiatric evaluation, I went to her 2 sessions for $250, and we spoke, and she basically wrote into my doctor saying, "Oh, I feel Bianca will be a good candidate for this surgery. I don't see her doing any harm to herself if this surgery doesn't work for her. She is mentally stable." Something like that. I didn't actually see what was written in, but it's going to be something along those lines to say that, yeah, I feel she's good, Another evaluation that I had to do was a pap smear. So if you don't already have a GYN, yeah, you're going to need one because you have to get a pap smear done. I had to have a pap smear done as an evaluation. To be honest, I'm not sure the reason of the pap smear, why that was an evaluation, but it was. The next evaluation I had to get was called an endoscopy, which was, I pretty much went to see a doctor. I had to see a doctor, and the type of work that he does, or his profession, would be a gastroenterologist is the best way that I can even say that. So, and I had to have an endoscopy, which is a camera being placed. Well, you are put to sleep. I'm getting ahead of myself. It was 2 appointments. My first appointment, we spoke about, how I eat, how my stomach feels, my menstrual, things like that. My second appointment, I was told to have someone come with me to surgery because you could not leave the office by yourself because you're going to be put to sleep for this test. So endoscopy, you are put to sleep, you're laying on your side, and a camera is placed down into your stomach to see the condition of your stomach. Do you have ulcers? What's going on in there? They want to know so that when you do this surgery, you don't have any conditions after. They're trying to check you out, make sure you're good. These are the evaluations that you have. An upper GI series, which is going to the radiologist. And when you go to the radiologist, that is the test you will have done, which is called an upper GI. When upper GI and a sonogram. So I went to the radiologist. I had a sonogram done on my stomach, and that was like an hour long of them like rotating it, you know, like using the thing that's used to check on the babies with. They like doing a whole, you know, I had to do a sonogram. Also with that, I was placed, a second test that I had to do within that evaluation was I was placed on this flat table. So I'm laying down, and then there's another, basically I'm sandwiched is the term I'm going to use. So I'm laying down on a table, and then there's something that comes on top of me, not pressing me, but it comes on top to, you know, make sure I stay there. And there's something under my feet holding me up, right? So my feet is against something. I'm laying down and my feet is against something. It's so hard to explain. And the thing that's on top, the other piece that's on top, it holds you in place so that as you're being shifted like this, your body is not on the ground anymore. You're just in between this sandwich that's going like this. And at the same time, you're drinking this like white, milky kind of fluid. And basically, they're able to see, well, I should say it's a scan. They put you in a scan because they're able to see how you digest liquids. You know, how does it look? That was a hard thing for me to do because the taste of the liquid they give you is so bad and it's so like stale that it was just hard to drink. And my doctor that I had that day, he was mean. He was like, drink faster. I was taking these little baby sips. He's like, drink faster. I need to see how you doing it. I can see everything. You taking small sips. I'm like, this man don't know this thing tastes bad. What's going on? Stank. But thank you to him because he did my test and he did clear me. Okay, so I was digesting foods properly. That is the upper GI. I went to the cardiologist and I had to do an endocardiogram, a stress test, and a pulmonary function test. The pulmonary function test, you're basically breathing into this little tube thing that they give you, and they want to see the power of your breath, how long your breaths last, and that's pretty much what it is. And I'm guessing that shows lung work. How good are your lungs, right? And the stress test, I basically had pretty much like the EKG stamps on my body, and they put me on a treadmill, which I think I have footage of, so if I do, I'll put it here. They put me on a treadmill with the EKG on me, and after like say 5 minutes, they make the speed faster, and they're checking your pulse, your blood pressure, you know, are you good? Like how are those things, you know? How's your heart rate when you have to walk fast? So that was that test. It's called the stress test. You're placed on a treadmill with the EKG stamps, basically is what I can say, placed on your body. Okay. Also at the cardiologist, I had another sonogram done. I don't know if they were looking at a different location. Maybe, I'm not sure exactly what they were looking to find in that sonogram because I had already done a previous sonogram. Maybe they were looking at the same thing and being sure, but I had to do another sonogram. Another evaluation I had to do was a sleep study. A sleep study, for those who do not know, it is basically going to like, you know, a sleep center, but it looks like a hotel, or rather not, maybe a motel, because it's just one room, and you know, and it's pretty much set up like that, and you try to sleep as best as you can being in a unfamiliar place, right? It's not your bedroom, but you have to sleep so they can see how you sleep. And while you sleep, they have pretty much the same thing, like the EKG stamps. They have like, I think they had like stamps on your temples and things like that. You guys, I did this last year, so I really don't remember the details of that. But that is what a sleep study is. And they see, how you're breathing when you're sleeping. So yeah, it was okay. Another evaluation that I had to do is, I'm just going to say what's here. It's a 6-month medically supervised weight loss program. Now, what that really is every month for the 6 months that I was on this journey leading to surgery, I had to go ahead and get weighed in. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I was 262, my first weigh-in. Around my 4th weigh-in, I was 270. So now you can see that for the insurance now, they probably looking like, what happened? You're supposed to lose weight, not gain, right? So 1 month, I'm 262. I'm dropping, and then boom, I go up. But then after that, I did have a little mini breakdown with the person that weighs me in every month. And she basically just told me how to fix that and rearrange that. And luckily for me, the person who weighed us in every month was also a dietitian. So she was also my dietitian. And she told me how to fix that. And I did. And the months after that, my weight went down, as it should have been doing in the first place. But we are only human, and things like that happen. So yeah, and as you can see, I don't feel like my insurance is harsh, because they seen that go up, and when they seen it go up, they could have said, baby girl, you're done. You're out of here. But they seen that it went back down. So your insurance definitely does look at the weight loss program that you're a part of, and they want to see if you're losing weight. Also, in the 6-month program, every time that we went to get weighed in, it was also group session. So you would sit in the lobby of the office, and there would be so many people there. So many people that's going for the same thing as you. Everybody wants to do this VSG thing, but everybody has different eating habits. Everybody's different. And, people come in, they tell their stories, we all share something. I was very scared. That's just how I am. Speaking out in public, I don't like attention. But, after a while, you see these people every month, and then you see the people that were there before you go ahead and go off the surgery, and it's like, I wish you well, and da-da-da. And then, you get familiar with these people, so you start to open up. Also, at these group sessions, one time we had a therapist come in and talk to us about mental health. It's very important when it comes to this weight loss thing. Your mental health will have you tripping in this weight loss thing, because it's like, a lot of us, especially me, in the beginning of my post-op, I was paying attention to scale, weighing every day, until I stopped. When I stalled around 3 weeks. The 3-week stall is common because it's the liver getting back to its normal form after our liquid diet, which will be another video if you guys want to hear me talk about that. So mental health, yeah, I had to get off the scale. I haven't weighed myself in about like a week or 2 weeks, because it'll have you tripping. Nobody wants to trip. This ain't LMA, girl. Right? So that was group session, and that is when we get weighed in, and it was for 6 months, pretty much. Like I said, my dietitian was also the person that weighed me in, and the dietitian evaluation is also something that you need a clearance for. So having a dietitian for 6 months is a evaluation. And like I said, my dietitian, she worked in that same office weighing us in, and that was another thing my insurance did not cover. My insurance did not cover a psychiatric evaluation, and it did not cover my dietitian. So I had to pay $200 for my dietitian for 6 months. You got to pay for something. Would you rather pay $450 for, to get your evaluations done, or do you want to pay $13,000 for the surgery? It could be more. I could be wrong. What do you want to do? So, I mean, you gotta see which one is good for you and for your pocket. But this is what I did. And lastly, from my office, an evaluation that I had to get done was a pre-surgery sit down, which was a meeting for the people who were close to surgery. You do that like a week before surgery, and or as soon as when surgery's leading up to, and you have to sit down and talk to the directors and things like that. And they explain to you how surgery's going to be, how you're going to feel right after surgery, how you're going to be eating after surgery, because still you do this 2-week diet leading up to surgery, and then you still can't eat after surgery. Don't think the struggle is over after surgery, because you definitely will be like, sis, I still can't eat. Yeah, you still can't eat till about maybe 4 weeks. Yeah, I think it's around 4 weeks you can start munching on stuff, purees, things, applesauce, real soft things, because now you have a new stomach. You really have a new pouch that you have to treat like a child. Think about it. You don't give babies solid food. You start them off with their baby food, their soft food, their applesauces, and things like that. And then they gradually grow. So, yes, you guys, that is pretty much all the evaluations that I had to do. Like I said, depending on your insurance, you may have more or possibly fewer. I feel like I had, a good amount of evaluations that I had to get clearance on, but it depends on your insurance, on what you have to do. Your program may not even last as long as 6 months like mine did. It could be 3 or 4, 5 months. But definitely appreciate the time that they give you. Whatever program you have, appreciate that time, because whether it be 3 months or 6 months, you'll be able to say, I've done my research on VSG. I'm definitely sure I still want to do it at the end of your time. And, hell, maybe at the end of your 6-month program, you're like, I feel like I can lose it on my own. I'm doing the right things. I've changed my diet with my dietitian. I feel like I can still do it. Like, I can do it on my own. I don't really need the surgery. It's not too late to reconsider. And that is why I say take the time that you have in the beginning stages of surgery to do your evaluations, and just to really sit down with yourself and say, yo. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there that no matter where you are, if you have an Instagram, email, you can definitely write me in, you guys. I've had a lot of people write me in and just say congratulations, big up, like, yeah, it's real. Then there's a lot of people that write me just saying like what they're struggling with, or did I have the same things going on with me. And if you ever feel like you want to just talk really about what's going on with you, or are you nervous about your date coming up, what's to be expected, how are you feeling after surgery, like what's good, what's going on, you can definitely write me on Instagram, or email me at BiancaRichards16@gmail.com. Or, my Instagram is I am Bianca Richards, which will be linked down below. But yeah, I'm always here, and I'm always willing to talk. Definitely, if you're not following me, then, like, sometimes I don't see the request, but I will see it eventually. And we can talk. We can build up that courage. We can build you back up to where, you feel better. Or, whatever disbelief you have about surgery, we can talk, because now at this point I have done the surgery. I know what it feels like. Everybody's journey is different, but I can tell you what happened with me. I can explain some things that you probably don't understand that I've done the research on, but maybe you haven't done the research on it yet. I can kind of help you out. I don't have all the answers. I'm only human, but I can help you. This is not my profession. I'm a cosmetologist, but we are in, the same path. We're trying to reach the same goal. So I'm here for you. Definitely, if it's your surgery coming up and you feel like you just want another person to pray for you, baby girl, text me. I will. Definitely praying for you guys that are leading up to your surgery days. and stuff like that. Get it, girl. Get it, guys. I don't think guys follow me on here. But whoever you are, get it. Okay? Because you're going to be great. And it's going to be rough, but you're going to be okay. Right? So, yes, I'm going to stop talking now. Because I'm talking so fast and I'm thirsty. Yes. So, definitely subscribe to my channel. Comment down below and like this video. Follow me on IG, you guys. And yeah, talk to me. Don't be shy either. And if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about in the next video or something, like a comment, suggestion, leave it down below, because I have things that I want to talk about regarding VSG, like the changes, the psychiatric evaluation, how to be successful in this thing, because it's real, and things like that. But if there's something that I haven't thought of, definitely write it down below and I'm gonna see it. Right? Thank you for my new subbies. I really appreciate it. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. So yeah, later.
All of my work is selling. Thank you and please come again. All we know here is the win.